and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Friday. It's April Fool's Day.
Fuels Day.
Yes, well, I'm here to tell you that there's no hijinks here. You're in a safe place. No one's going to fool you, trick you.
Oh.
Instead, we're giving away
The best,
fuel, $100 BP voucher.
the best one I heard on radio was, remember before the Athens Olympics? I think it was 2004.
Yeah.
There was, sort of talk that Athens wasn't going to be ready for the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And a radio station in Brisbane, I can't remember which one it was, ran this massive thing that Sydney's got the Olympics again. Yeah, because Athens is not ready. So the Olympic Committee has switched the Olympic Games back to Sydney because Sydney did such a great job of it in
Sounds
2000.
like B105.
B105. And I'll tell you what, it hooked everyone in,
Did
including
it?
myself.
Really?
Oh, it was huge. It was
Wow.
because it was really believable the way they sold it. So people were ringing in, getting
I don't like
getting
April Fool's
tickets.
Day because I end up feeling gullible and stupid.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Well, we did feel stupid that day.
When I was on radio in Perth, we decided to tell everyone that there was a whale in the river, in the Swan River, in the city. A whale.
A migaloo.
Everyone was real excited.
Yeah.
But we tricked all those dumb bastards.
Tricked ya. Tricked ya.
Hey, it's our last show for a couple of weeks. We're going on holidays, but it's going to be a huge one. Harry Styles has a new song, and we're pretty excited about it. Comedian Nikki Britton's coming in. A comedian Chris Parker's coming in. And the comedy festival's away, so just get online today because stuff sells out, right, Swanee?
Absolutely, it does.
Next, huge game last night of footy. Talk about that.
Me. Brrr. Just warming up my pipes.
Right on.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Make up for missed holidays with whatif.com this Easter.
Ocean view apartment for me, water park for the kids. Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Talking footy.
Bang! What a great way to start your Friday, Christine Swan. Footy was on last night. Dogs by 11 points. Important win for the doggies because they were zipping 2 coming in.
Who were they playing against?
Sydney. Sydney probably a little bit flat after the massive event last Friday night that was Buddy Franklin's 1,000 skull. It's a scrappy affair. I watched most of it. Brodie went to Marvel Stadium. I was actually at Marvel Stadium yesterday to do a tour to go and chat to some Toyota people, tell them a few stories, and took them out onto the green stuff and had a look at the sexy...
You got some green stuff. Where did you get that?
Well, out in the green stuff.
Oh, out on the green stuff.
And I saw the sexy new video screens, as described by Gillan McLaughlin. They got the brand new Swanee, the big video screens up
Yeah,
behind
I
other end of
remember
the
him
goal.
talking about them.
And they are sexy.
They are they?
Very sexy.
Can you put an HDMI cable straight into them?
I think you probably can. What for? Some home videos.
What are you going to watch on there, Deano?
Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, my God.
yeah, we're
So cute.
So we've got a bet happening, Swanee, on Brownie's podcast between me and Brodie that we're going to have a kick-off, a longest kick. It's for a bet.
Brownie never loses bets.
No,
what are you guys doing?
I think he gets 16 metres head start.
That's big.
So we get one kick.
You'll still win.
So what we're proposing,
He's rickety. Look at him.
we go to Marvel Stadium. We have the lot because my team beat his team, Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
So now he's got to babysit the kids. He's doubled down. And
Is it double or nothing?
Double or nothing.
Oh,
so
God.
now, if I kick it further than him with a 16-metre head start for Brodie, that means he's got to babysit my children for a whole weekend. So me and Coles can go away.
Oh, God.
It's very silly from Brodie.
Absolutely.
What do you get if he wins? What does he get if he wins?
I think a trip to
Ibiza.
Adelaide.
Oh, Adelaide.
A trip to Adelaide fully paid for with his
high
girl.
stakes.
It's high
Mate,
stakes.
it
There's a
is.
bit going on. So I've got to nail that torpedo.
Economy?
Yeah, it'd be fine economy, Swanee.
And meat.
And then Deano's proposed that after we do the longest kick at Marvel Stadium, then we're all just going to sit down on a picnic rug in the middle of Marvel and watch Lethal Weapon 2 together.
Oh, that sounds magical. Look how
Absolutely.
excited Deano is.
Oh, yeah, I'll bring Maltesers, dog.
Maltesers. So, and we're going to get Gil McLaughlin along. He
I'll
can
get
sit
you
on. There'll
some
be a spot
sausage
for him.
rolls and you can
Thank
put them in a thermos.
Yeah, stay tuned for Brownie's podcast. Now, on another podcast, Junk Time podcast, I'm on Sunday night at the European Beer Cafe with Adam Rosenbach's. Bevo's on as well. Lawrence,
great lineup.
Lawrence
Lawrence Mooney.
and Luke Beveridge, the coach of the Western Bulldogs. Sunday night, so drop into the European Beer Cafe. Have a couple of quiet ones. This should be fun. Footy doubleheader tonight. If you wonder why it's a doubleheader tonight, it's to give space for the women's finals tomorrow, which is the preliminary final. And tomorrow, the first ever AFLW game at the MCG.
Love that.
Between Melbourne and Brisbane. I didn't realise that, Swanee. They'd never played a game there.
That's awesome.
So get along, 12:40, the MCG. Let's try and get a big crowd there.
Yes.
Behind the girls. So,
Definitely.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, just quickly, Swanee. Sunday night, there's a big game over in Perth that nobody cares about in this fair city.
Okay.
It's called the Derby.
Yes.
The West Coast Eagles
I know about the Derby.
versus the Fremantle Dockers. Our man Deano is heading over there because obviously we're going on holidays.
Yes.
And he's reached out to me.
Hasn't seen his family in 25 years.
I forget what they look like.
Yeah.
Reached out to me for tickets, and I couldn't pull it. I couldn't get tickets.
Can't believe you
So I had to go to the highest parts of the AFL, and they have come through.
What?
With a beautiful delivery of 2 special tickets into Optus Stadium on Sunday night.
Are they good
for the
seats?
Derby?
Son of a bitch!
Doesn't matter if they're good seats.
What is
You and your beautiful brother are going.
Big Joel!
What is Rose Z? What's the seats would they be like?
I don't care if they're rude.
There you go,
So
brother.
what does NB44 mean? Oh, nosebleeds. That's all right. You're there. You're there.
Jonathan!
2 tickets for you, Deano. So that'll
Thank
be
you,
a lot of
brother.
fun. Absolutely.
Will you be using the cup holders?
Mate, of course I'm
the stadium?
I'm going to double park it in the cup
course
holders.
you are.
Are you going to say he's a Fremantle home game? Because this is a guitarist that straps himself to the roof and just plays these rock songs. Oh, my God. As Fremantle run out.
He's like 80s power ballad rock type dude.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And his name is Troy Nababan.
What?
And they strap him to the roof and he shreds.
I just love
So-
life. I love life.
He's like a scaffolder up there, Swanee. They rig him up to the roof so he doesn't fall off.
And does the whole
away he
stadium
goes.
look up?
Absolutely, the whole stadium looks up, and the Fremantle doctor, which is the big window there, comes roaring in.
Yeah.
He's got the long hair. You don't need a windsock. You just look at his hair, and then he shreds for about
Magical.
5 minutes.
Magical.
Jonathan, thank you very much.
Absolutely. That's about all I've got so far. We'll talk a bit more about footy after 7.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Mountie boy, you ready to go?
Oh, yes. It's now time for the home viewer quiz.
Wow.
Wow. Before we meet our contestants, what can they win today, friend?
Thank you, team. Today they can win something. Have you got...
Wow, man.
can't-
Something.
Can't hear anything, prof. Okay, enjoy the convenience of a benchtop oven and speed air fryer with Sunbeam's multifunction oven and air fryer.
Yes. Yes.
Sick. Karen, Chrissy's playing for you. That air fryer could be yours.
Oh, hey, Chrissie, you've got this.
I do, I think. I'm going to get you this air fryer, Kaz.
Not like
Thank
she needs.
you.
Not like she needs it with 6 kids.
Yeah,
She really needs it.
That's exactly why I need it.
Yeah.
Leanne, Brownie's your man.
Come on, Brownie, we've got this.
Beautiful, Leanne. Well, you
Leanne's
need
got
it.
2 sets of twins.
Oh, jeez, you really need it, Leanne.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
I need it.
Come on.
I need like 3.
How unlucky is that?
Can we... Anyway.
It's April Fool's Day. They can have some fuel
Yeah,
vouchers
okay.
too.
Well, you won't leave empty-handed, mamas.
Just to go, Leanne, just quickly, what's the gap between the twins, the age gap?
18 months.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Well, dare I say it, you would have been busier than a one-armed bricklayer in Badgate.
My God. Alrighty. Best of 7 or something.
Cookie, Brownie.
Craigie.
Test the buzzers, please.
Now was that?
Yeah, I know, both of you looking at each other nodding.
Righto, let's go.
Buzzer check.
Chrissie Swan.
Not
Nah,
work.
brownies.
Hit it harder, I think, John.
Nah.
All right, we're switching to names as your buzzers.
Okay.
Oh,
No.
it's got
Okay,
Juggernaut.
Ah, it's
there
back.
we go.
Well done, Jack.
Thank
Good
God for
work,
Jack
brother.
Charles.
Question 1. Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett Smith voice character.
Voice characters in Jumanji.
No, mate. No. Well, it's not Jumanji. Full question. In which animated film series together?
I don't know. Oh, the pet one.
Close. It was Madagascar. Whereabouts is the navicular bone on the human body?
It's a foot.
Correct, John.
Famously, James Hird nearly wrecked his career because he had multiple broken naviculars.
What an idiot. Name the 3 major phone networks in Australia. Major.
Major.
Telstra,
Yes.
Optus.
Yes.
And
Think Kramer.
Vodafone.
Yeah. Did the Kramer clue help?
I was going to say Vodafone, and then you just clarified it for
Would
me.
have confused me.
Bruce Willis has announced.
Aphasia.
Correct. 2-1 to Swan.
Phasia.
What is a periodic symbol for?
Juggernaut.
Have a crack, man. It's only 2 letters.
And also, I don't know any of the periodic table.
No.
Helium. Need helium.
H-E.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did know that.
Ding. 1 more off the win, Swanee, and 1 more for an air fryer for Karen. The
Haven't
MC.
I got 3? Isn't that over?
No, you need 4.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I might skip that one.
Brodie's obviously written the
Going
questions.
to a Melbourne Cup question.
A Buddha's hand is a type of what?
A Buddha's hand.
Hand is a type of what?
Handmade.
It is not hand. Handmade is not the answer.
Plant?
Needed fruit. Very
Okay.
close.
Righto. Come on.
Oh, I think it probably counts.
Come on,
Let's-
big fella.
Well, I'm the
finish it.
judge.
Okay.
The MCG's Great Southern Stand was renamed.
Shane Warnstead.
Boom, man.
You and your 6 kids are going to enjoy the benefits of an air fryer.
Thanks, Chrissie. I told you had it.
Yeah, good on you,
Multifunction
mate.
oven.
I don't care.
Multifunction oven. Make sure
And
you do
air
a grilled
fryer.
cheese in there.
Shop the
100%.
Shop the Sunbeam multifunction oven and air fryer in store and online now, and you both get a $100 BP fuel card to help you on your way, because fuel is gold, isn't it, Mount?
Gold.
Well done to everyone. And
Good one, mamas.
Ever wanted to offer the team some direct feedback? Well, you can. Shoot us an email at breakfast@nova100.com.au to be part of Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's mailbag. Nikki Britton, a comedian and actor who you may have seen on How to Stay Married. And you can see her as a comedian with her show One Small Step at the Western on now till April 9. Tickets at comedyfestival.com.au. Here's Nikki.
My God, I love her so much. I'm so thrilled to see you, Nikki Britton.
It's so lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
First of all, one of the great names, we were talking about you yesterday, and I said, by the way, can we just have a moment's silence for what a great name Nikki Britton is?
strong.
Great name.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
a great name. Do you love it?
I mean, I do. I didn't actually realise it was a great name.
It's a great
you
name.
know, your parents give it to you and you go, yeah, righto. And then, yeah, here we are. It's working.
We had a Nikki off in the office too, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Famous Nickies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who made it? Who made the
Webster
list?
made it.
Webster was in there.
Yeah, okay, good. Of course, she's an
Buckley?
icon.
Nikki Buckley.
Nikki
Sure.
Buckley. The great Nikki Winmar. Spelled
Winmar made it.
Spelled differently.
Yeah, Nikki Revolt.
Nikki Revolt.
Now, Nikki Britton,
Yes.
your show last year was one of my absolute favourites. And if you remember, I nearly had to call it, as I said before, I nearly had to call it an ambulance. I laughed so hard, I nearly burst something. What are we expecting this year from you?
We are expecting an encore of exactly that show. So you've, perfectly marketed what is coming at them this year. I was going to write a new show, and then old mate Omicron hit.
Hey!
And I just was pivoting. I pivoted so hard I did a full 360.
Yeah.
And we're back in the same place. But look, it got nominated for an award and it got sold out so early in the season that I figured it's an active service
And
to put it on
obviously
again.
not everyone has seen it and everyone
Yes.
must see it. I'm going to come and see it again.
Please
You're
do.
at the Western. Now, I'm not a huge pro at the Comedy Festival, but I've never seen shows at the Western before. Is this a new venue?
Well, it's only been around the last few years, but it is in, this palatial hotel, and there's a gorgeous marble staircase.
It is
and
nice there.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
and there's a great bar that you can, have 45 drinks at, and then come to me and
That's fun.
roll around on the floor. Hopefully, with laughter, not just
Just drunk.
yeah.
Will you
I
be
can do that
wearing?
after the show.
Yeah,
That's the encore.
yeah.
The
Will you
after
be
show.
wearing
me.
your tinsely bolero again?
That is absolutely what's
Oh, my
happening.
God.
What is it,
magical.
Tinsley Bolero?
Well, you'll have to go and see Nikki Britton to find out.
Yeah, sorry, Dean. We can't give the secrets away.
We just can't.
Hey, obviously, we've been stuck in COVID for a couple of years. Did you go and buy a dog like the rest of Australia?
Oh, I did. I adopted my little boy Malcolm.
No, what a name. I love it. What sort of dog?
He's a stumpy tail red cattle dog cross British bulldog.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great combo.
Yeah. Oh, he's just like a big nugget of smushy, gorgeous.
Is he a pig dog?
Yeah,
So,
well,
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Funnily enough that you should say a pig dog, I've had some experiences with truffle dogs through the years. I don't know, this wasn't a talking point, but here we go. We're halfway through.
A truffle dog.
Well, I went to a wedding out in regional Victoria, out in wine country. Beautiful, your beautiful
absolutely.
state.
Beautiful.
And I went to a wedding. The bride had put 6 of us single guests up in this Airbnb for the weekend. And so we all show up the night before the wedding. We thought we'll have some of the wine, and we had that, and we ended up going skinny dipping in the
course you
pool
did,
back
yes.
at the homestead. And we left our clothes at the side of the pool, and we frolicked into bed. And then the next morning we woke up, sat around the breakfast table eating breakfast, and this woman starts walking over to us with like a guilty looking Labrador next to her. And she approaches and says, I'm Sonia. I own the truffle farm over the hill. Do these belong to anybody? And she holds up what is now just the waistband of my underpants. No crutch. Crutch has been eaten away.
God, it's gross how dogs go through the crotch.
Isn't it?
Truffle
Gross.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah. Well, she was trying to make the situation better and not embarrass me in front of my new friends.
Did you deny it? Did you go, no, I've never seen that waistband before?
I tried to,
Yeah.
but they had practically my name stitched into this waistband.
no.
And she was saying, oh no, it must be your washing powder or your perfume. I said, well, he's not eaten the waistband, has he, Sonia? He's just gone for the gusset there. So,
the good stuff.
yeah.
Nikki, you said you were single. You been dating?
I've done my very best to be dating. Your beautiful city has not delivered hugely. Last time I was here, actually, I went on a date with a man. I matched with him on a dating app, and we decided to go for a drink. And I showed up in Edinburgh Gardens.
Lovely.
Beautiful Edinburgh Gardens.
Classic.
I'd thrown on a lip. I was feeling a bit spunky, and then we met in the gardens. We said, where should we go for a drink?
I hope it was during daylight hours.
It was a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, beautiful.
Gorgeous,
That is
sunny
romantic.
Saturday.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it was nice. It should have been so nice. He said, where should we go for the drink? And I said, well, I'm not from Melbourne. Where would you suggest? And he said, there's a bar over there, but I'm just going to move my car because I think I'm in a 10-minute spot. So you stay here, I'll come back, and then we'll walk over. And I was like, yeah, perfect, beautiful. And as he walked away, I had a funny feeling.
No, Nikki.
And then as he put the top of his car down, like his convertible, he had the audacity to stay there and put the top of his car down, and I thought, you don't do that for a short trip.
No.
And then he drove away, blocked me on the app, and I've never seen him again.
Son of a bitch.
What a coward.
What a
I'd
coward.
love to have
Hate
seen your
that
face.
guy.
Love to have seen your face.
That's the
worst.
So
Thanks,
that's why you went and bought a dog.
Yeah.
Malcolm would never do that to
Malcolm
you.
would never do that. And luckily, I'm still in touch with Max the Truffle Labrador from
Yes.
regional
Fabulous.
Victoria as well.
Fabulous.
Gives
I
me
just
a
want to
call
say
now and
before
then.
you go, I just want you to hang around. Maybe you could hang around. Could you hang around? Could Nikki
Jackie,
hang around?
can Nikki hang around? Oh, dang it.
Not allowed.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, get along,
I've not
though.
made a
Get
good
along in the
impression of
Western. Are you on an earlier show or the later slot?
It's a 7:30 show.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Very reasonable.
Get along and see her, and you may recognise Nikki's voice from all the voiceovers on Channel 10.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, the voice.
Do the voice.
Give us a "Would I Lie to You" plug, for example.
Oh,
It's Monday night, 8:40.
Funnily, I know very well. Coming up next, Would I Lie to You with Chrissie Swan.
That's good.
I get goosebumps every time I hear your voice so deep in my ear hole.
Let's just go a bit longer. Do you have one of these for us? We do a segment called
It's where you are at a gig or somewhere where you just go, what exactly am I doing here?
Yes.
What have you got?
Yes. Probably about 5 years ago now, I was in LA, the craziest town in the world. And I met these girls at a show that I was doing, and I was doing a character in this show. I was doing kind of like a really trippy life coach situation. And they said, oh my God, we absolutely love you. You should come to our house in West Hollywood and host a full moon party. energy. And I was like, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's, all right. That's fun. And a friend that they were with was like, oh my God, you should totally do it because Scout is actually Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's daughter. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, and you know, all respect to the big man as he's had a tough week and the family has, and I give them all my respect. But, I showed up to a full moon party, and I still don't know if they realised I was a character or if they actually think that I'm a life coach.
Did you conduct some sort of ceremony?
I showed up and it was like they were expecting me to properly. There was a run sheet that said 7:10 p.m. Nikki raises the vibration of the room. 7:15, we call in the energy like a proper, and I was in the bedroom, and they were like, "Oh, just come out whenever you feel the vibe is right." And I'm googling how to conduct a full moon ceremony. They were like, "Do you really want to wear underwear because we feel like it gets in the way of your feminine energy?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll probably be wearing underwear." Yeah, no,
well, you got to experience skinny dipping, you know?
Well, that's it. I brought a bottle of cucumber flavoured vodka, like organic vodka. I feel like that pitched it somewhere in the middle between life coach and comedian. I don't know.
That's a good choice. That was very wise.
Well, thank you. I thought so, and I smashed too many of those, and then I ended up distributing tarot cards like they were dollar bills at an R&B concert.
Oh my God,
that's
Nikki
unbelievable.
Britton, I just love you so much, and I think later on in the show we're going to be talking about when we first met.
Yes.
So I might I'll talk about that later, but I'll talk to you in the song about it. Thank you so much for coming in. Go and see Nikki's show, One Small Step. It is so funny, you won't believe it. It's at the Western. It's on now till April 9. Tickets at comedyfestival.com.au.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Melbourne, good morning. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Over 100. Book a holiday if you can. What if? WOTIF. It's Aussie for travel.
Okay, so here is the genesis of that song. That's one of my favourite songs that we're playing at the moment. My favourite fresh hit here on Nova 100.
Lato.
It's by Lato, and it samples Mariah Carey's Fantasy.
I knew it.
Which, as Dave O'Neill, who was waiting outside last week, informed us, is actually from Tom Tom Club's 1981 single, Genius of Love, which is sort of a Talking Heads era vibe with David Byrne. She has collaborated now with Mariah Carey and DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled!
DJ! Have a listen.
It ain't too many of them that can handle me. Bad chick, I could be your fantasy.
Yes!
Oh, that's wicked.
Oh, my God. It just got better.
That's cool. That's better than the original.
Where's DJ?
DJ Khaled. He's on a jet ski. That's what he does.
He sure is.
How good's her voice?
Max.
The best.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Oh, yes, Friday. It's April Fool's Day, but we're not fooling. Welcome to the microphone, Dave O'Neill.
Hello.
Great to see you.
Good to see you. And my wife said to remind everyone, come and see my comedy festival show because it's COVID safe because it's not sold out. She said that's a very positive point. That you can have seats between you and other people.
You can socially distance very easily at Dave O'Neill's show.
You can't do that at Hughes's show.
No,
you
you
sold out
can't.
this weekend, he told me. I'm not.
Very true.
You're burying the lead. Did you hear the news, the sad passing of Larry Emder?
What, Larry Emder from The Price is Right?
Yes.
No,
What?
Wheel of Fortune.
Larry Emder, do you want to know how old he is?
How
How old he was?
old?
Well,
Higher.
have a guess.
No, 56 is my age.
That was an April Fool's joke, obviously.
Oh, man. Mate, you got to say an age before I say higher. You can't just go to the punchline.
I fall for it every single time.
I'll be
fell
honest,
for it.
I can't believe you committed to that. That's insane. Well done, John.
Thank you.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a jar. Sorry,
Higher.
ruined.
Lower.
God.
Lower.
Larry Emder is perfectly fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
Larry Emder is fine.
Do you know
You should see my face. I was like, oh my God, devastated. I love
How old
Larry.
would he be?
you know a friend of mine, Brian Fletcher.
You're a psychopath.
Brian Fletcher did that, who works for Fox up in Sydney, a former rugby league player. He said it to this girl in the office at Fox, and not realising that it was Larry Emder's cousin.
No.
And she ran out of the building screaming.
This is why April Fool's is awful.
That's like that Hollywood actress was killed overnight. You know, Reese with a
spoon.
No, it was with a knife.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Just out of interest, how old is Larry Emder, Jonathan?
Larry Emder is 57 years young.
Wow.
He's strong, isn't he, for 57?
Yeah, he went through that whole fitness stage, didn't he?
He
When he was
did,
on the front
absolutely.
of Men's Health magazine.
He's got a very good-looking son as well.
He does, and a beautiful wife and a gorgeous daughter.
Yes.
Congrats.
He's living the dream.
Well done, Larry.
Good on you,
Good
lads.
guy.
He's very short.
I'm sure there's some skeletons somewhere.
Possibly.
Don't go near
I'm here. I went to Midnight Oil twice in the last month.
What?
So, you know, I'm a big Midnight Oil fan because I went to see them at high school. And so I'm Larry's age, so I've been seeing them for a long time,
Yes.
for like 30 years.
Where were they playing, Dave?
They played at a winery near Geelong, so me and Kieran and the kids went along.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Mount Dunedin.
Mount Dunedin, stood in the rain. It's fantastic. And then I saw them at Rod Labour on Sunday night.
I can't believe I missed them. Didn't even know they were
Oils.
here.
Hey, was there many people there Sunday night?
Oh, yeah, it was sold out.
Was it?
Pretty much.
Because tickets came up late the day before. And you looked on the ticket, it looked like there was heaps of spots left. But,
No, it was packed.
It surprised me, actually. Yeah.
I mean, everyone's older at Midnight
Yeah,
Oil
of
because
course.
they were 80s, big 80s band.
Did the kids go willingly?
Yeah, my daughter's a big Oils fan. The boys not so much. So my son went to the wine run because he thought there'd be a donut van. There was no donut van. But
And
again,
was he disappointed?
he was disappointed. I didn't see a donut van. But, you know, they're old. Like Peter Garrett's, the lead singer, is 67.
What?
Yeah. And so all the other guys are in their early 60s.
I think I still would, though.
Yeah.
Peter Garrett.
Yeah, I reckon.
He's still fit.
Still fit.
And they've changed some of the name of because they're getting older, their songs have changed. So, how can we sleep when the beds aren't firm enough? That was a good one.
How do we sleep when the beds aren't chiropractic?
Put down that walking stick. And the big one,
down that walking stick.
And the big one, Power and the Passion Fruit Sponge. That was good.
Come on.
Dave.
Come on.
He's brilliant stuff.
Oh, the power and the
No
passion.
wonder you
We got a
sold
bit
out.
of that. We got a bit of that. haven't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What a song!
Power and the Passion Fruit Sponge. They bowl.
The thing is, this music can only be danced to the way
Peter Garrett.
dances.
You're right.
Like, it's look at Dave.
Like a puppet, like a marionette puppet.
Is he still moving like he used to?
Yeah, he warms up over the night because he comes on. You're like, oh wow,
He's a bit stiff.
Yeah, he's a bit stiff, and then by the end, he's running around and
like a lackadaisical.
saying stuff. But what
Have you worked this new Midnight Oil set into your
Yes.
comedy festival
I
show?
come on to
I
the
am
oils
there
and I
for it.
do it, but a lot of people sort of don't. They just look at you like, what?
Your Peter Garrett dance is absolutely spot on.
Is it?
It's
Nice.
good.
I can't believe you haven't sold out with that sort of material.
I know, but anyway.
Hey, but can I interrupt
Yeah.
you for a minute? May I offer you a tidbit?
Yeah, of course. Here we go.
Many, many years ago, my sister was at a music industry party, and Peter Garrett was there, just a guest. And a song came on, like maybe, you know, what would have been big at the time, Bananarama, or like a normal sort of 80s song. And he hit the dance floor like everybody else was, and he danced like Peter Garrett.
Really?
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah. So even though you think that that dance style is only inspired by Midnight Oil, he can rip it out to, you know,
Bananarama
Spin Me Right Round like a record by Dead or Alive. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Well, it would have been,
Yeah. He was doing...
It actually works for this music, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Garrett?
it would have been weird, though, if he started dancing like a normal, like your dad.
Yeah,
Dad,
I know.
Yeah,
Like
that kind of.
that would've
But I
been
think
weird.
that's what I would be expecting.
Yeah,
I was
that
expecting a
dag.
different dance style when
Yeah,
he's
okay.
off the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. What intrigued me, though, they have a brass section come out and play songs, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds great, but the trombonist bought a music stand and sheet music with him. And so he's got a little book. And so they're playing Power and the Passion. And So this is
there's
right.
the trombone.
It's
Yeah,
right at the end. And he's like stressed and he's like, and it's like, learn the songs, mate.
Absolutely
It's
learn
not
the
the,
song.
it's not the
How
Mitcham
hard
High
could it
concert.
be?
It's not the Mitcham High concert band.
Yes.
You're in the oils, mate. Learn the songs.
I agree.
And I thought going back to Rod Laver a month later, he'd learn the songs. He still hadn't learned the songs.
Really?
Hadn't learned the songs.
Are you that busy?
What are you doing, mate?
Says the stand-up comedian that writes stuff on a piece of paper and keeps it in his pocket.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Okay, Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch.
What?
Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch.
Yes, we hand the reins over to our beautiful boy, Deano. What ideas have you got, big fella?
Well,
Okay, Dave's pitch.
April Fools.
Dave's pitch. Dave's pitch. Dave's pitch. Dave's pitch.
wait
Dave's
for it.
pitch.
There's the trumpets.
Now, Deano has given me the reins because April Fool's Day. I didn't realise it was April Fool's.
Yeah.
I called you yesterday and I was like, I'm snowed under, man. I'm struggling here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to do the segment.
No problem at all, because I'm an ideas man. We know that.
Yeah, we know
and
that.
we know that. They're not always good. But anyway, yesterday I went to buy a skateboard for my 13-year-old. Thank God I added that, hey?
I thought there might have been a stunt out on Victoria Street that you were planning.
Imagine that if I rocked up with a skateboard with me 4 wheels.
Hat backwards.
Yeah, the hat backwards. Hey, dudes, can you play some Limp Bizkit, Tino?
Sure, Dad. Yeah, no worries.
Lincoln Park.
Yeah,
And no, my son, he wants to get into. He doesn't know how to ride a skateboard. And so I rang up the great man David Quirk, the comedian, who's a big skater and Dino's mate.
Love him.
And I said, my son wants a skateboard.
One of the greatest shows in last year's festival.
Yeah, he should bring that show back.
He should.
Should do an encore performance. Anyway, so Quirky put me on to a skateboard shop in Greensboro. Quality. He said, talk to Cam, the owner.
Great.
Right, and so I went out there, and Cam was great. And I said, I know you were in a band. And he's like, yeah, I was the lead singer in Body Jar.
Oh,
Do
my
you remember
God.
Body Jar? They had a huge song. They had a huge song in the
They did
2000s.
have a huge song.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
just
same.
let me
not
find
the
it.
Same.
You change.
There was
Here
all
it is. Here we go.
Yeah.
Great song.
Great song. Which
I've loved your impressions of rock stars today.
Doing the
Peter
guitar.
Garrett and then this song as well. Just hitting the air guitar.
We'll get a
Dave
video
O'Neill.
compilation.
Absolutely.
they're terrible. Anyway, he said this featured in a Tony Hawk video game or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's had over 14 million listens, this song.
Really?
It's a great song.
Anyway, and I thought, what? That's so intriguing to me that he used to be the lead singer in a rock band. Now he owns a skateboard shop.
Yeah.
And I thought of a segment called, have you got the...
He used to sing in a band. Now he drives a van.
Yeah, so former rock musicians who are doing a normal job now.
I love it.
Ah,
But
yes.
also to push it out a bit, I went around to one of my mates' house and there was a guy painting the fence.
Yeah.
So that guy looks really familiar. I look at his car, Cottagio and Brothers painting. It was Vinny Cottagio.
Famous footballer.
Famous. He was at Carlton. Was he Carlton or Fitzroy? He had that great
was,
afro.
yeah, I reckon he was. And I'm not sure if he's St Kilda as well, but he was definitely Carlton.
Yeah, and he's a painter now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a house painter. Absolutely.
That
So
would've been-
I've got another intro for that. I've got another intro for the for footballers.
He used to play footy. Now he fixes the tootie.
So call us.
Footy player to handyman. I love it.
Well, Damien Munkers is a plumber. from
Yeah,
Collingwood.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Yeah. 13, 24, 10. If you've seen a rock star or a former footy legend now in a normal job,
All right.
give us a call.
I'll go first. You know Evermore?
Love Evermore.
I love Evermore.
Weren't they three brothers?
Yeah, Kiwi dudes.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, funny guys. One of them is a barista in Carlton. I got a coffee from him.
Right, really?
It's that coffee shop that's like a converted church near Swanson Street. Does that ring any bells? Anyway.
Yes.
He's hilarious.
Wow.
13, 24, 10. Either a band
Or
guy.
a footy star, a footy player. Brownie, surely some of your old teammates must be in normal jobs
Well,
now.
I walked into a Caltex. I'd fill up the car on the Gold Coast, and Sean Hart was behind the jump.
Really?
My premiership teammate. Hardy, what are you doing here?
Was that hard times or what?
Well, no, I just think he got out of football. He was an assistant coach, and then next minute he's behind the jump at a Caltex.
Assistant manager.
He might have been.
We don't have time to take calls.
We'll take a quick one. Karen, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
What do you got for us?
I think it's, is it James Gwilch from Essendon is now an electrician or a sparky. He works with my husband.
How
There
exciting.
you go. Yes, and played for St Kilda as well, I reckon.
I think so, yes. St Kilda, yes, he did.
Guilty.
Karen, just by getting on the radio, you've got free fuel because it's April Fuels Day. $100 BP fuel card to help you on your way. Well done, mate. Well, we got one call. That's pretty good.
Well, there's so many, but we just don't have time.
Yeah.
All
right,
maybe a regular segment when we get back from holiday.
Renee Kink, there's a lot.
Maybe one of the tradies that sees Pikey on the job site. Oh, that'd be pretty exciting.
Pikey! Great seg, Dave.
Oh, thank you.
Nova.
Chrissie Swan, Sam Pang, and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissie's Celebrity Stuff.
The Academy reportedly lied about asking Will Smith to leave the Oscars after he smacked Chris Rock in the face. Hours after the organisation claimed it asked Smith to leave, but he refused. Sources with direct knowledge have told TMZ that he was told by the producer of the show that he was allowed to stay. And then the footage has been released of him yakking it up at the after party like nothing happened.
He's dancing and stuff, isn't he?
To his own song. Singing and dancing to his own song.
Someone
should smack him.
It's been such a huge story. Also, overnight, new footage has surfaced. I think this will go on for a while, bits and bobs and conversations. It was filmed by someone sitting behind Jada, and she appears to be giggling throughout the whole ordeal until Will starts swearing from his seat.
It becomes real.
Yeah. I think she thought it was a joke. She thought it was funny.
Oh.
I mean, people react differently in the moment. I don't think we can really dissect how people... their first reactions are.
I think
sort of shock and horror.
Careful of the alopecia jokes during the comedy festival.
I'll be doing alpaca jokes instead. Get stuck into the llamas.
Yeah, maybe need to change the name of your show from Best Hair in the Business.
I know.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Chris Parker, a comedian from New Zealand. So if you've been in New Zealand recently, you may have seen him on Have You Been Paying Attention? New Zealand. But if you want to see him here, catch his show Gentleman at the Mantra on Russell now until April 24. Tickets at comedyfestival.com.au. Here's Parker.
Well, welcome, Chris. I've seen you twice this week now and also at the Nova stand-up event.
We're becoming best friends.
We are. However, I saw you. You wouldn't have seen me because it was a massive crowd and you did an exceptional job.
And I'm straight off a plane as well in another country, so it all feels like a bit of a blur at the moment because I never thought I was going to travel again after the pandemic.
Yeah, I know. I think we all accepted that.
Yeah.
It honestly feels like I'm travelling for the first time.
Yes.
I'm like having a gap year experience.
Yeah. Did you have to keep on reminding yourself, like, how do I get... These people in the studio got mad at me because I'd forgotten how to get to the airport when I started travelling. I was like, how do I even get there?
It took me a good few days to find my passport.
See?
Passport is not the airport, is it? Is it?
They're fighting me over
There's little
it.
signs on the...
Yeah, big
Don't let them bully you. Don't let them bully you.
Hey, were you guys in... did you have curfews? Like, was it full lockdown over in New Zealand?
Oh, yeah, it was awful. Well, not as bad as Melbourne, obviously, but you guys have nailed it now, like, because it's like Omicron doesn't exist because everyone's over it.
Yeah.
And you can't argue with that strategy. I like that.
We've all had
Still there.
It doesn't exist.
Hey, now, I was just reading about you. You're big on Instagram, mate. You had to do Instagram comedy shows during during lockdown. But Jacinda Ardern, the great Prime Minister of your country, she watched one of your Instagram videos and it was about you talking about having casual sex with strangers during the pandemic and she commented.
Yes! Yeah, what? Well, it was this like unspoken thing during the pandemic where it was about like you could start mingling with people, but I was like, well, what's the rule around like casual hookups? And, you know, specifically in my community, you know, with more than a couple of people around there, you know, do we have to scan in? Like, what's the rules?
Yeah.
And she commented back with a little blushed emoji, but I found out through that she'd been watching all my videos during the pandemic.
Really?
Which made me really question what I was posting because I was like doing stories, I was talking nonsense, and then she was watching all of it, which I thought she would be a bit busier.
You'd reckon.
Yeah.
But I guess everyone deserves a laugh.
But I think also once the leaders have sort of said, okay, everything's shut down, what else is there to do?
Exactly. But it's just so embarrassing with like New Zealand because we get, you know, people ridicule us for being so small and everyone knowing everyone, and then the Prime Minister comments on your Instagram video, she basically follows you, and it just ruins that.
And Melanie Bracewell as well, who's here for the comedy festival.
Yeah. Are you eligible for any tax benefits now that you're friends with the Prime Minister?
Yeah, I'm sure, right? That's how it works.
I'm intrigued by you won Celebrity Treasure Island.
Yeah, what is that?
We haven't seen that
We
here.
don't have it.
It's so humbling to win a show called Celebrity Treasure Island and then being an Australian, everyone going, yeah, what's that?
What is it?
It's New Zealand reality TV, which is always so bad. You know, like our Masked Singer is just people wearing like KN95s and taking them off and then everyone going, yeah, who is that?
Yes.
But it's like Survivor meets I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And there's like, but it's like a treasure hunt and it was supposed to be on an island, but because of the pandemic, it was just like 4 hours out from my house in Auckland.
Oh,
but you live on the
God.
beach and you rough it for a month. So I was living on the beach for a month with,
For a month?
yeah, it was pretty grueling, but I won it, and I honestly don't think I was supposed to because I was there for like the comic relief, but I hung around for the whole month, and watching it back, I started having this I had like an identity crisis watching it. I was like, and most people come out of an identity crisis thinking they're gay, and I'm like convinced I'm straight now. I was like, wow, look at me catch those balls, and like I'm really good out there.
Who are the big guns in it? Like, who are you up against? Would we know?
Oh, well, there was Buck Shelford, Sir Buck Shelford, who's like an All Black legend, and his big story is like his testicle ripping open during a rugby game.
Oh, yeah, we've heard about that.
And then taping it back up and continuing to play.
Yes, I do. I know that story because you hear that once and you never ever forget it.
that.
And now we're best friends. Can you imagine him and I? We had like
can't.
nothing in common.
Chris, how do you not bleed out?
I don't know. I should have asked him really, but he would always sort of swivel into kind of like war stories and stuff.
You had a month on that beach. That'd be the first thing I'd...
Buck Shelford, he's played probably 15 years for the All Blacks, an absolute legend, and all he gets asked about is his testicle getting ripped open.
I know.
Well, you know, it's amazing.
I'm considering doing something similar. I hear it's great for your career.
Yeah. Hey, so you're at the Mantra on Russell Street now until April 24. Just put in Chris Parker at comedyfestival.com.au. Are you going to party during your run or are you disciplined?
I think after last night, I'm never going to party again.
Really? It was the big one.
It was just
wasn't
opening night, and it was a bit of a thrill. No, I will definitely be partying. I mean, come on, it's like
That's
what
what you
life's
do.
about.
It's a
We're in
party,
Melbourne.
absolutely. Get out and enjoy it.
I lost
Absolutely.
the best 3 years of my life to a lockdown. I'm going to catch up.
See Chris Parker. Thanks, man.
Thank you for having me.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
It's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100 and Dave's in Pangy Street.
I'm going to need your help, Melbourne, because I've started doing something that's causing Hollywood Jack some issues and other people. And now I'm going to take it to you. Brownie has this.
Brownie's a big pole.
And so I've got this.
Swans Serious Survey. Yes.
One serious survey.
Oh, the intro is more serious.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, I've made a lot of changes in my life over the last couple of years, and one of them is doing things that I'm scared of, right? And backing myself in ways that I've never backed myself before, and I get a real thrill out of it.
Scamming the elderly.
Scamming the elderly, nick-knocking,
Drink driving.
putting dog poo in people's letterboxes, just the standard sort of stuff.
Yes.
No, one of the things that I've really enjoyed doing is having connections and conversations with people on walks and in cafes and reaching out.
Wow.
Because I sort of was a hermit for 10 or 15
You're like
years.
the Cliff Young of Camberwell.
I
You're often
really
seen
am.
shuffling around.
And everywhere else now.
You know,
I've
gumboots.
spread out.
Malways map 48, 46.
I've spread out. And I think it's fine and an excellent thing to do, and I'm enjoying it. And I've never been knocked back by anybody I've asked, these strangers.
Talking to strangers.
Yeah. But Hollywood Jack thinks I'm weird.
There he is.
Yes.
So
She's a
He's
pest.
been asking me a few questions, and at the basis of it, I think he thinks I'm weird.
She's Peter Hoare. The
Serial pest.
Serial pest.
Ruined Michael Hutchins' funeral and that soccer game.
That's right.
Now, tell me, what are your major problems with it?
So the element I find odd is obviously you're hitting up strangers on Insta, and like, sure, it's okay to slide into someone's
And
DM.
IRL, and in real life when they come into the studio, and I feel like, I would like
You
to
vibe
talk
them.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing with a walk though is and I've been stuck in this scenario before. It's different to going for a coffee or a wine or something with someone because you can set up a plan.
Getaway.
Yeah, I could text Deano and say, hey, if I text you this emoji, call me and say there's been an emergency. The thing with a walk is it's so hard to escape a walk. So I just worry I'm concerned for my mate that one day if someone's walking with you and isn't loving it,
they'll run away.
well, no, they can't. They're stuck with her. And like,
You can run, you can start sprinting.
True, which would be really embarrassing for you, and I'd hate that to happen for you. But like, you're not cutting tan laps. You're walking like Cooper Pedy and back. It's their long walks. So if
you're wearing people out, Swanee.
people could be stuck with you.
Has anyone
but
tried
they
to wrap it up early?
No, but they don't. I don't make them walk for 10 kilometres straight.
But like if I go for a walk
And if
with
they
you,
don't want to walk, they don't have to. Like someone that I met last week, we just walked to a park and sat down and talked.
Daryl Summers.
No, it wasn't Daryl Summers.
Ozzy Ostrich passed away in the
did.
week. Do people get puffed though? If I went for a long walk with you, I couldn't talk after a while. I'd be too puffed.
No, it's not about like getting. No, it's not about puffing. It's just the motion of walking and getting to know each other and conversing.
Being there.
Because
I've
I
seen her
found
walk.
that.
In fairness, we're painting a picture like she's Kerry Saxby Jr. Like she's not power walking.
You're not
the
Cal
streets.
Knight.
No, I'm just wandering around.
Ambling.
Yeah, and I like to do it with company because there's something lovely about that
Rambling.
forward motion that you get to know someone quicker.
I think the Queen Mum was a big fan of walks, wasn't she? And so
They're
is
the
the
best.
Queen. Yeah.
Now, the very first person that I had never met, I'd literally never met her, but I saw her and I went, I reckon I want to talk to you. I
Mercedes
think you're very
Corby.
interesting. It wasn't Mercedes Corby.
Chappelle.
Give me my camera, Wyan.
Renee Lawrence and the Barley Nine.
My camera. No.
Sorry.
Why would I need her when I've got you?
Yeah, true.
Dave?
I do look a bit like her. It's been said before.
Yeah,
You are
do
twins.
look a bit like her. The first person that I ever slid into their DMs, which is a creepy way of saying made contact,
One of Bardot.
was
The one who stole stuff.
Was Nikki Britton. No, it wasn't her. It was Nikki Britton.
Nikki Britton, the comedian.
Female comedian who came in this morning. And so I knew this was coming up today, and I asked her, was it weird that her and I had never met? And I sent her an email that said, I would really love to have a coffee with you. What do you think? What was your reaction when you got that DM from me asking you to meet me for a coffee?
I mean, just absolutely wibbly in the tummy. Just like gooey and like, yes.
Did you think I was weird?
Absolutely not. In fact, it was really refreshing. Exactly what you were saying about self-care and wanting to talk to interesting people.
I'd like to put you on a lie detector right now.
Yeah, strap her up, John.
I think that's officially a vote for not weird.
It didn't feel weird at all. I was like, yes, I want to hang out with you. This would be great.
Yeah, but for her, she's in show business. You're more famous than her. So I wonder, does it go the other way? If you approach someone more famous than you, how is the feeling then? Like,
well...
As Australia's Oprah, there wouldn't be many in that category.
I know.
You should DM ScoMo.
Ew.
Well, what about Camberwell?
Interested.
Jeffrey Rush.
No, thanks. Jesus Christ.
What about
Craig McLachlan?
No, it's got to be somebody that I'm actually interested in talking about. Anyway, we digress. I'm very fine with my choices of who I want to see. And on the cards coming up, Sean McAuliffe has agreed to a walk with me in Williamstown.
That's huge.
That's big.
That'd be good.
That's big. And he mentioned it twice, so I'm not like forcing him to do it.
Yeah, he likes a walk. He likes a walk.
There you go.
Yeah,
Would you go towards him? Because he does live over the bridge.
He does.
This is, of course I would. I often go to Williamstown. Here is I'm just going to do a straw poll here. Is it weird, Jonathan Brown? You can be honest with me because I don't care what people think.
I don't think it is.
You don't think it's weird?
No, I think it's actually okay.
Jack, do you think it's weird?
It's low-key weird.
Okay. Dave, do you think it's weird? It's not weird?
No, not people like that. It's fine. That's good.
Dino?
So you got two not weirds, one weird. I don't think it's weird.
You don't think it's weird? Okay, well, that's a good majority. 13, 24, 10. Is it weird that I, Chrissie Swan, slide into people's DMs and ask them to meet me for a walk or a coffee, whatever they choose? 13, 24, 10.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Candace from Preston, is it weird that I ask people I have never met to go for a walk with me?
I don't think it's weird at all. I think it's great. We've been in lockdown for 2 years. We haven't got to see people. You get to talk to new and exciting people. It's fun.
That's right,
That's a good
Candace.
point.
And this is where it all came from because I was feeling, as everybody was, so isolated and starved of connection over the last 2 years. that this has sort of been like, you know, having your nails done or having a massage, is spending that time with a person, hearing their story.
Yeah, I think it's great. I wish I had that confidence to talk to random people.
Well, that's an interesting word too, because a lot of people say, I wouldn't have the guts to do that. I get that because it is a bit scary still. What do you think that's about? Why don't you have the confidence to do that?
I think I just like to talk to people that I already know, and I wouldn't like, what if someone says no?
Rejection. You don't want rejection.
Oh, you've got the safety net of your heart not being on the line. It's
that's right.
It's just a walk with someone, a friendly walk, you know, Candace. It's not scary.
Very true.
I'm so smart.
What if they try to hold hands, though? You know.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know.
That's when you run away.
Good one.
Hey, you got some free fuel.
Free fuel.
Free fuel for Candace.
$100 worth of BP goodness.
April Fuels
Yes, Brownie, ask me a question.
Well, you're in control as well too, Swanee, because you're in control of the distance and the route.
That's it.
So, you know, if the conversation's not going as well for you, you're happy to just cut it short.
Let's go home.
Let's
Absolutely.
go home. But it's a little bit more trepidation
Like
for the
Dave and
person,
I
guess.
mean, you don't really count Dave because you're one of my closest friends.
Sure.
I've known you for a very long time.
Long time.
But you and I have actually never been one-on-one together.
No, that's very true.
You know, and I find that with a lot of my relationships, they take place in the studio.
In groups.
Yeah, or somewhere else. But just that one-on-one time is really special. And I'm really looking forward to going to the chicken shop with you.
Well, me and Pang...
Yeah, not so much walk as chicken shop for me.
If you actually look at it, though, we play golf with randoms all the time. Me and Pang will spend at least 4 hours out there with someone we don't know.
And it's life-affirming, isn't it? You get to hear someone else's story. It's nice to meet
Pang
new
wouldn't
people.
like that. He wouldn't like that at all.
He hates it because we played with this bloke. We went out to a golf course, and I can't remember which one it was, and there was 3 of us, and there was an open slot, and this random bloke has seen Sam Pang on the timesheet, and he's obviously quickly put his name in. So we've turned up thinking we're just playing with the 3 mates, and this random comes in, and...
Big fan?
Well, before we even got to the first tee, he's straight into Pang. What's it like? What's front bar like? What's Mickey like? What's have you been paying attention like?
And you just see Pangy's face.
Yeah, he goes, and tell us a joke.
The classic. Tell us a joke. Come on, mate. You're funny.
You're funny. He's a funny man. Gee, you're a funny man. You got something funny for us? I loved it.
Astrid, what do you reckon in Geelong?
Hi, how's it going? I just want to say I love listening to you guys every morning. I agree that it is totally not weird. And in the pandemic, I started carving portraits of people, and so I did the same thing. I just approached randoms and asked them if I could carve their portrait.
And they never knock you back, do they, Astrid? Because human beings love other human beings.
What sort of carving are we talking?
Yeah.
Wood carving or...?
It's like wood carving. It's called lino. You probably did it in high school, maybe?
Yeah, lino prints. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So super intricate, and it was awesome because it opened up a conversation with somebody that is totally different but super inspiring for some reason or another.
You're like the Arndo of Geelong. I'm seeing you there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I would love to have that title. Thank you.
Astrid, you get a $100 BP fuel card to help you on your way.
Got a bit weird,
Thank
though.
you very much.
Got a bit weird.
Have a great day.
You too.
Right on, Astrid. Sorry.
Got a bit weird.
When she asked them to take their clothes off.
Yeah.
So,
a bit odd.
Yeah.
That does
nude
a bit.
sculpturing.
Let's see what the kids think, what the kids of today think of me sliding into people's DMs and asking for one-on-one time. Ari from Mulgrave. Hello, Ari.
Hey, Chrissie. I'm just going to be honest. That's downright weird. Like, what you're doing is so weird. And, meeting up with random people, sliding into their DMs, like, what are you doing?
So you don't meet... I mean, when you were in prep, they were all randoms, weren't they? And now you're friends with some of them, Ari?
Excuse me?
Anyway, don't worry about it. Sorry. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, man, I
Fair
like
enough.
Ari.
Ari.
I like
Ari
Ari.
attitude.
What grade are you in? Grade 5, is it?
Oh, yeah, grade 5,
Yeah. I think you're very young, and you maybe don't realise yet that as you get older, you know less and less people. You're very busy. You see the same 30 people.
If the people you meet are like criminals and felons.
Criminals and felons.
Criminals and felons, yeah.
And pirates.
If they're
And
like,
pirates,
like
And
people
bushrangers.
Like, This is bad. I can't say those words on the air.
No, don't be
I'll sum it
rude.
up for it'd be a bit confronting, Swanee, when you look down. They've got an ankle bracelet on.
Yes, I know, but Ari, I'm choosing wisely. These are people that come with recommendations or that I've met once before. I'm a very good judge of character.
Yeah, but like, what happens if they're boring?
Good
Ari.
What
point.
happens if they're boring?
Ari,
Good point, Ari.
Ari, do you want to meet me for a walk?
Oh yeah.
Oh, not that keen.
Hey, Ari.
I've grew up for 6 years with you, so.
He's grown up with us for 6 years. All right, Ari, I'm gonna come to you and we're gonna walk. All right?
Yeah.
Is there a cafe? Is there a cafe
but not
near
now,
you?
Not today, because not today. I'm just at school today.
Yeah, I know. Not
Fair
today.
enough.
I'll organise
Fair
it with your mum. Is there a cafe near you where I can get a coffee and you can get a hot chocolate?
Macca's?
Cafe near us.
Near us.
All right, done. All right, Ari. I'll be in touch with your mum.
I've got one question for you, Ari.
There you go. Wheelers Hill Cafe. There you go.
Wheels Hill Cafe. What if you're out walking with Chrissie Swan, Ari, and you find her boring?
Oh.
What are you going to do?
I won't be on the show anymore.
Nah, you'll tune over to Gold FM. Fair enough. All right.
This
But
kid,
I
man.
highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Exactly.
He highly doubts it.
I highly doubt it.
There's some small chance.
You doubt it.
I like this kid.
I can't
Ari,
wait.
you're going to the Melbourne Zoo. You got a family pass.
The best, Ari.
Not boring.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Dave O'Neill.
Yes, and I'm in the middle of a comedy festival doing a show in the city at the European Beer Cafe. Come along tonight. There's tickets available, and as my wife pointed out, tell everyone it's COVID safe because you're not selling out. So there's plenty of spare seats.
Absolutely.
Are you playing on Sunday night?
Yeah, I'm on Sunday night.
Because I'm at the European Beer Cafe with Rosie's podcast at
come
5
on.
p.m.
Yeah, I'm
so what
on
time do you start?
7:15 on Sunday
Oh,
night.
beautiful.
So that's
Go and watch Dave.
Adam Rosenbach's, Lawrence Mooney, you.
And Luke Beveridge.
And Luke Beveridge. Get tickets.
And then
That's been-
into Dave O'Neill.
Those ones are
So
through
close.
Try Booking if you're
Right.
interested. So just get onto Try Booking and Google Adam Rosenbach's with a Z. But to get Dave O'Neill's tickets, go to comedyfestival.com.
Exactly. I might give away some at the end of the show.
Oh, why
Do
not?
it now. Do the phone number now.
13 24 10 if you want to go to
10.
Dave's show.
Yeah, next week maybe. Anyway,
It'll be better by then. How
Yeah,
do you get ready for
well, this
the
is
show?
the thing. I'm trying to work out how to fire myself up because I went for a walk last night with Kieran. She's like, "You got to go do a show." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." So I've got to fire yourself up. And I looked up famous comedians, what they do. So Louis C.K. likes to stand at the back of the room and look at the crowd.
Does he?
Through a two-way mirror, I'm suspecting.
It's a bit weird.
I think there's something else that he likes to do
Yes, I think so.
Pot plant anyone? No. What?
to get in the mood.
Sarah Silverman likes to have a bath and then a Red Bull.
Ah.
She's also on the lookout for Louis C.K.
A bath and a Red Bull. That seems
contradictory.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It'll
it seems
calm
to
you down and
cancel
fire
each
you
other
up.
out.
Ellen has a mint and a stretch.
Snore.
I know, boring.
She's playing a game of footy.
Okay.
Chris Rock likes to play a bit of Parliament Funkadelic. Oh, that's
Oh, yes.
Yes. I'm a big music person.
Music fire you up?
Do you know what has been really important to me over the last 2 years? I don't know if we do have it. Miley Cyrus, Midnight Sky.
Yeah, I'll find it.
If I'm feeling flat or tired or not in the mood for a walk or whatever or overwhelmed,
You put that on.
I either put it on in my ears and I hit the road on repeat or I put it in the car and I'll drive around with it super, super loud and it fixes everything, actually.
I do the same with Mambo number 5.
You
Mambo
do
number
not.
5.
I love Mambo number 5.
That
You
is
drive
the
around.
worst
What do you
song.
mean? I love Mambo. A little bit of Monica. Oh, listen
Oh,
to it.
it's awful.
So this Dave O'Neill driving to the gig with Mambo number 5.
Dave-
Wait, just for me. This is not for the listeners. Can you do Peter Garrett to this?
3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car.
I hope that was on video.
Kevin Hart, the famous comedian from Jumanji and stuff.
Yeah.
He likes to gather his team around and do a war cry, and he yells out, "Everybody wants to be famous," and they've got to all yell back, "But nobody want to put the work in."
Oh my God! How absurd!
Maybe I'll do that tonight. I don't really have a team or a crew, but I got one guy on the door.
Yeah, you got the guy on the
I'll
door.
get Hughes from upstairs, mate. You've got to yell at Hughesy.
Just you and Carl Chandler.
But nobody want to put the work in.
Madonna gathers all her dancers and backup singers around for a prayer.
We should pray. Well, Brownie, you played AFL football, three premierships. What do you do to get ready?
Early days, this may have been a reason why I got suspended a few times. Early days, when I was a bit of a red light, I would listen to AC/DC.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah, but then, a few suspensions and Lee said to me, Brownie, you don't need to fire yourself up. You got white line fever. Don't listen to that music maybe before a game.
Maybe a bit more air supply.
Yeah. So I stopped listening to the music and then, funnily enough, I stopped hitting people. I was probably just over pumped up, Swanee, you know what I mean?
What a story of growth.
It was.
Chrissie, what about you?
Growth mindset.
When you're getting back to do, say, Would I Lie to You, which is Monday nights, Channel 10, what would you do if you're backstage?
I've never thought about it before, but I check that everyone else is okay.
That's very caring.
I'll touch everybody, look into their eyes. This is going to be great. You're going to have a good time. So I go around and check everybody else.
It's really nice. You know what? I tried one comedy festival. I was doing a whole month and I was a bit tired and stuff. I read in a book that you say positive affirmations out loud. So I was behind stage and there was just a curtain between me and the crowd. And I could hear all the crowd coming in. And I was saying stuff like, you're funny. It's going to be great. You're a really funny guy. Everyone's going to laugh. Then a woman said, is that you, Dave?
It's unbelievable.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Hey, everybody, it's Friday. What does it mean? End of the week, look back, what it was, what it is, what we did, what we didn't. End of the week, you're getting out of bed with your alarm ringing at your head instead of getting ready for the weekend. Let's go through the week. Little bit of Brownie, little bit of Chrissie. Somewhere between there's hang next, all three cheek come celebrate this Friday. We put our hands up to the start of the weekend with the cheat sheet of the week. Hello! The toughest thing about the cheat sheet is actually starting it off because I have no idea what I'm going to say. So let's just do it. Okay. That rhymed on Monday. That one did too. Sam talked about what he names his fists.
It made me think, though, that if I was a boxer, what my fists would be named. Mary, Kate and Ashley. But if they come at you, they'll knock you out. Tango and Cash. He's not fighting one man. He's fighting three. Me, Tango and Cash. This is the one, though. Army and Hammer.
Yes, yes.
Ross Noble was on the show.
This is my favourite show to come on.
No,
I'm not. So why, you see, I say something with sincerity and Sam just laughs. And he's freaking me out today because you seem to have come dressed as someone from Squid Game.
This is from 2010. This was Mexico's a warm-up top.
Well, all I'm saying is every one of those players fell through a glass floor.
Monday, once again, Chrissie put her psychic abilities to the test with Mystic Chrissie.
There's a lot of sushi around you for some reason. Sashimi, sushi.
It's probably my favourite food.
Whoa, someone that likes sushi.
You don't need to monitor it. No, that's enough.
And you're locked in today too, Amanda.
But I tell you what, Amanda, you don't like the ginger.
Oh, that's probably also my favourite part. I love the ginger.
Don't worry.
One or the other, you know.
Can't get them all, Swanee.
Max Gorn was on the show and Deano was pretty pissed about the fact that North Melbourne was celebrating a little too hard against West Coast. You'll hear all of that right now.
Dino's very mad at North Melbourne celebrating like they've won the grand final.
Yeah, they're acting pretty heroic.
Over the West Coast.
We only lost by 14
They
points.
only lost by 14 points, and they had
14 players that have never bloody been to Marvel.
Some of them didn't know the rules.
Some of them just were ticket holders. And they said, quickly get on.
When we were towards the bottom and we'd lost by 20, 30 points, we'd sing the song.
From Mystic Chrissie to Ask Brownie on a Tuesday, Alfie had a very interesting question. For Brownie, of course.
What's your question?
How do meteorites go so fast in space when there's no gravity?
Righto, Alfie, do you know this answer? You don't have to tell me the answer, but do you know the answer?
Yeah.
Hey, Alfie
you
knows
little
it.
smart ass.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. I'll take that back, Alfie. You're a good kid.
Arch Barker was in and had a chat about how crazy the last couple of years were.
Every time I do a show, I'm so thankful. I think there's no restrictions. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
But, you know, things change so fast. What was it, less than a year ago? I was flying from Perth, which in itself is a minor miracle that I got to go to WA. I mean, it's more or less like Narnia at this point.
Brownie had some big news.
Shaquille O'Neal is coming to town.
What?
Obviously, he's going to have to sit down with someone and have a chat.
Let's do a guessing game.
Andrew Gaze,
Richard Wilkins.
Hamish McLaughlin, Jared Whiteley.
Eddie Maguire.
I love basketball, and that I'd be a good person to choose to interview these stars when they come out.
It's neck and neck in the moment. It's down to you or Andrew O'Keefe.
Oh, by the way, this is an ongoing saga, so make sure you keep listening to see whether Sam will host a night with Shaquille O'Neal. Also, you may be wondering why I'm playing this hectic trap music underneath. Fun fact, Shaq is a DJ. He's played at events like Lollapalooza and Tomorrowland, and he's just a big fan of dubstep and trap. And this is actually one of his songs. He's known as DJ Diesel. Check it out. It's unbelievable. On Wednesday, we broadcast live from Lower Town Hall for our Melbourne International Comedy Festival show. Brownie rocked up after visiting a bakery. I don't think many people noticed it, but I laughed my absolute head off when I heard it.
To the Goodwill Cafe and Bakery. And the first thing I see when I walk in the glass window there where all the food is.
Danish tart.
No.
The jam face.
No.
Lamington.
No.
Party pie.
No.
Vanilla slice.
No, come on, you know what I love. When I go to a bakery.
Oh, an apple turnover.
An apple turnover with a huge amount of cream.
Real
I had to pull the car over because the cream was just flowing out.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
Wow.
Experienced that for a while.
Oh, I haven't experienced that for a while. Good one, Brownie! Dave O'Neill came in for the comedy festival and he had a chat about CPAP.
Because you sleep with a CPAP every night, which is an oxygen mask with a hose attached.
There's nothing hotter than the CPAP.
As I say to my wife, time to make love to snuffleupagus again.
Continuous positive air pressure. Denise Scott joined us for our comedy festival show and complained that she was recently on a TV show in which Twitter blew up because her eye looked droopy.
This woman has said, what's with Denise Scott's droopy left eye? So I thought, well, I will go to the doctor and have it checked out. Guess what it is? It's just dry eye. And I thought, is there a part of my body that could not be dry? God, now it's my eyes.
Honestly, if you missed it, please check out the podcast of Wednesday's show because it was unbelievable. And continuing on with that, Adam Rosenbach's had some issues about the pub.
Do you take your children to the pub?
I've done that before. Yeah, lemon squash, that's all right.
Because kids at the pub do my head in, right? Because I'm single, I don't want kids at the pub. Like, I don't go to childcare with a slab, right? Anymore. And it's just like, I don't want them there. So that's the segregation that I want. You know what else is happening a lot? Dogs in pubs. I don't like dogs in pubs.
It's a no-go.
Why not?
Well, I just don't think the only dog that should be in a pub is a greyhound so I can go watch its mates at the TA.
Ursula Carlson joined us and Chrissie asked about her and Sam's friendship.
You and Sam are very good friends.
Don't touch me.
Have you missed him?
You know, no.
I've missed you.
I know, and you won't stop texting. He'll go, what do you think of the moustache? And I'm like, mate, it's taking years, like mine grows in faster. Just hate it. You need to refer to your family, bro.
Why? They're not that interesting. By the way,
Your voice is about you, too. Like, you're not the only one in your family texting me, mate. Let's just say I've gotten real close to them.
well, wish her my best.
She doesn't want it. She's got my best.
Yes, she does.
Sam was very impressed with the coach of Collingwood.
Collingwood coach Craig McRae. He's doing a good job so far. An impressive coaching journey. where he's taught and provided leadership at a variety of levels, as opposed to his premiership teammate who continues to take from the industry by pontificating from the safety of the commentary box and the couch on a Monday night. Doesn't really put himself out there and refuses to have any skin in the game. Would that be fair to say, John?
Yes, spot on.
You're never going to get him.
This is what we've all learned over 6 years now, is that whenever I do anything like that, you just agree with it, and then I've got nothing, and then we move on.
There was news of an Airbus flying in a very impressive way.
There's a test aeroplane that's completed a 3-hour flight, right? It's a big Airbus, an A380. They're the good ones. Do you know why it's news?
Why?
Because it was powered by SAF, Sustainable Aviation Fuel.
Oh.
Do you know what that is? In this case?
No.
Cooking oil and waste fats. A whole plane in the air powered by canola. Can you believe that?
That is exactly the same fuel that powers Dave O'Neill.
All right, that's the end of the week. Hope everyone has a beautiful weekend. We are done for 2 weeks, actually. We're just catching on a bit of sleep. Here's my favourite bit of the song. I love that bass. And we will be back fresh, ready, and better than ever. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye!
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.